Hello everyone. Today we discuss about the zero shot learning and few shot learning. Okay. So this is the very important concept in machine learning or in data processing. Okay. So what is these two concepts, zero shot learning and few shot learning? We'll discuss. Okay. So one by one. So what is the zero shot learning? It's called as ZSL. So in that, a model performs new unseen task without additional training. So we didn't train any model and the model is directly work on the unseen data. Okay. So for example, translating from a language pair it has never seen. So whatever the data we transfer. Okay. So which is unseen data before that. Okay. This is the example. And few short learning is FSL. So a model generalized to new task using only a small amount of label data. So where we require the small amount of label data, not there is a very high quantity data. Okay. So we just required small amount of data to learn the model. So for example, recognizing a new object type after seeing just 5 examples. So for example, just we see the 5 images and based on that 5 images, we recognize the new object. Okay. Likewise. So challenges in traditional machine learning are totally based on the data. Okay. Challenges are totally based on the data. So requires large label data sets in traditional machine learning. Okay. And which are expensive and time consuming, very time consuming. So here is the advantage of zero uh, short learning and few short learning. So based on the traditional machine learning. So with the or compare with the traditional machine learning. So what is the advantages? So reduce dependency on label data. So we are not required so much large amount of label data here. Generalized to unseen or rare scenarios. Okay, so work on the unseen data or the simple samples, few samples based on the few samples. Useful in real world sparse data situations. So any type of data where it works. Okay. So key concept for zero shot learning based on the data. Okay. So these are the key concepts. Generalization across task, maps inputs to semantic or latent representation. This is the main key concept. So generalization across the task. Second one is the semantic space. Leverages metadata like text attributes of embeddings. This is the one of the main key concept of zero shot learning. And what are the techniques is to pre-trained language models, which is the one of the technique for zero shot learning, it like GPT and BERT, and embedding like word to vector or glow. These are the term embedding the concept in the model. Okay, so these are the key concepts. Then so where we use this is in text classification. So a model classifies sentiment without prior task specific training. Okay. So directly we pass the data and model will result the data or sentiment the data. Okay. So what is the movie was amazing. This is the data or sentence. So model classify as positive sentiment. This is the example where we use this zero short learning. Then in image recognition, identifies new object categories using attributes. So different there are images of the different animals likewise. So there are the different characteristics of each animal. So recognizing a zebra by its traits. Okay, stripe and horse like. Okay, so based on these uh, attributes, we identify it's a zebra. Okay. Then key concepts of few short learning are like learning with minimal data. Okay, so here we require the minimal amount of data, label data. So adapts a new task with limited label examples. Okay. Then second one is the meta learning. So learning to learn from small tasks for quick adoption. Small tasks with the help of small tasks, it's learned. Okay. Then techniques prototypical networks. So find prototypes for each class, and matching networks. Compare inputs with the few examples. So we match that inputs and then get categorized the data. Okay. Then in image classification, we use this few shot learning in image classification. So recognizing new species with 5 label images. And example is training on 5 images of red panda. So based on these 5 images, we can recognize the new image as red panda. Then language understanding, summarizing articles with minimum label examples. Okay, for example, training on 5 summarize to summarize a new article. So based on the 5 examples, we summarize the new data. Okay. Then comparison between zero shot learning and few shot learning is based on the some features like here training data. In training data, though zero shot learning, no new task labels. There is a no need of the new task label. In few short learning, there are few label examples are required. Okay. Dependency on labels in zero shot learning, there is a no any dependency on the labels. It's none. In few short learning, there is a minimal dependency on the label examples, few examples. Examples needed. So short zero short learning is zero example is needed. Few short learning, there are few means that is for example 1 to 5 examples required. Use case examples like where we use the zero short learning in text classification and translation. Few short learning is used for image classification and NLP. Challenges here in zero shot learning, the bridging semantic gap between tasks is the main challenge and heavily reliant on high quality embedding. These are the main challenges in the zero shot learning, and in few shot learning requires quick adaptation to new tasks and sensitive to noise in few label examples because we have little of label data. Okay, few label data. So it's a very sensitive to noise. Okay, these are the challenges in different these two learnings. Then applications where we use this zero shot learning and few shot learning. So zero shot learning is in machine translation for unseen language pairs and text classification without label data. So here we use the zero shot learning, and few shot learning, medical diagnosis with a rare disease data, fraud detection for new activities, and chatbot learning new intents. So here we use the few shot learning. Conclusion is totally based on the this data is ZSL and FSL reduce the need for extensive label data. Here is no need requirement of large amount of label data. So enable AI system to adapt efficiently to new tasks, okay, on the basis of small or few examples or without any example. Essential for advancing AI in real world applications. So advancing. So just generate a result in a based on the few examples. Like this is the zero shot learning, and for few shot learning is totally for the machine learning new concepts. That's the point. Okay. So thank you.